What's up, Peace Giant fans? We lost another heartbreaker today, man. I don't know. I can't explain it. First, I want to say they played hard. But one of the things I didn't like was these quarterback runs for Jackson Dart. I don't know why Mike Kafka is doing this. This is why Brian Daboll got fired. Come on, man. Like, the dude plays reckless, and you have to protect him from himself. Honestly, you can't call designed quarterback draws. Okay, that's not going to work. That's going to end up getting him hurt, and we're going to be back in the same situation we was before. Secondly, Darius Slayton. See what I'm doing? Got to go, bruh. He drops too many passes. He's not reliable. He disappears in games. He got to go, bro. I'm off the Jalen Hyatt bandwagon. Some of y'all were telling me about Jalen Hyatt. I didn't want to believe it because I was looking at what he did in college. I watch college football. College athletics, period. From playing basketball and stuff like that. And I believed in Jalen Hyatt. I don't anymore. Darius Slayton, don't believe in him anymore. That $13 million a season, you could trade him, and then you could give that to Wandell, bro. You know what I'm saying? Abdul Carter showed out, played well. Brian Burns was a little quiet because he was on Laramie Tunzel, or Laramie Tunzel was on him. Dexter Lawrence, was quiet. He was getting double teamed as usual. I expected Darius Alexander to step up. Tyler Nubin made some plays. Javon Holland. I think we need to address the Giants' free agency acquisitions. Javon Holland, Paulson Adebo have not stepped up. Paulson Adebo got burned. Not on a big play, but he got burned on a comeback route with Terry McLaurin when I believe it was second and long or third and long. Dane Belton got beat by Terry McLaurin for the 50-yard touchdown pass. Javon Holland got beat, zero blitz. There's no inside containment because everybody's blitzing. So you have to force Ben Sinnott. You can't give Ben Sinnott inside. You can't give it to him. Javon Holland knows that. He knows that. Just not playing with no focus, bro. No focus. They looked out of sync a little bit. I think the defense played better. They played a little bit more aggressive than under Shane Bowen, but still too many missed tackles, not playing proper angles, not being coached right, which leads me to the head coaching search. There's a rumor now that Marcus Freeman is being considered. This is how I feel. I've seen Marcus Freeman in action. I've gone to a Notre Dame game. Marcus Freeman has built up that program. Lou Holtz was there for a long time. Marcus Freeman has really built up that program. So if you want a guy that can build up a program, Marcus Freeman is your dude. but he's not my number one candidate. A lot of y'all are talking about Chris Shula and stop. Y'all are making me sick, okay? First, y'all were talking about Lou Anarumo. Then y'all were talking about Jeff Hafley. Now Chris Shula is the flavor of the month. No. If we go the route of a first-time head coach, in my opinion, we need to go with Jesse Minter, who is coaching the Los Angeles Chargers. That's a guy that's worked more with less. He's also won a national championship at Michigan under Jim Harbaugh. He's coached phenomenal defenses at Michigan. You got to remember, this man played Ohio State, 2 times or 3 times, and locked them down with his defense. Yeah, he had Aiden Hutchinson and David Ajabo and Colston and Will Johnson and Mikey Sanders still, but he locked them down, bro. So that's my guy if you go first-time head coach. If you go with a guy that has college head coaching experience, I go with Jeff Hafley. I think Jeff Hafley is doing a fantastic job in Green Bay. I think that he comes from a world-class organization in Green Bay. They know how to treat their players. He knows how to get the most out of their players. Let's remember, Jeff Hafley also was a defensive back coach for a long time. This man helped Xavier McKinney be an all-pro last year at safety. All-pro. Okay? He can come in my opinion, and immediately help the Giants. Immediately. So I'm looking at Jeff Hafley. My head coaching is Jeff Hafley, Marcus Freeman, and then Jesse Minter. Those are my top 3 candidates. I'm not looking at Lou Anarumo, because Lou Anarumo is 60 years old. I know some people are talking about Belichick. Belichick is 80. How long is Bill Belichick going to be here? If Bill Belichick comes here, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, the man started with the Giants. He won Super Bowls with the Giants. He's won Super Bowls with the Patriots. You know, I mean, his resume goes on and on and on and on and on. But Bill Belichick is not going to see it through. You know what I'm saying? That's my only knock, you know, and that's why I wouldn't go the Belichick route. I want Jeff Hafley, Marcus Freeman, or Jesse Minter. Period. That's it. All those other guys y'all people are talking about, please, is Chris Shula, really? 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 What's his track record been? What is his track record? I was talking to one guy. He was like, "Oh yeah, you know, the Rams are top 5 in scoring defense and top 5 in pass defense." Okay, but what's his track record? What's his pedigree? Oh, he's from the Sean McVay tree. And like, come on, man. Like, no, we don't need another first-time head coach. We don't need a man who's never done it before. Okay? At least with Jeff Hafley, at least with Marcus Freeman, these dudes have coached college players. They've built them up for the NFL program. They've ran pro-style systems. And they've coached. Chris Shula has never coached, man. Never. So please stop with the Chris Shula shit. Okay? Stop. Now, Let's get to the draft. A lot of people are saying they want Jordan Tyson from Arizona State. I'm a Michigan fan, and anybody that knows me knows that I'm a Michigan fan. I hate Ohio State with a passion. And hate is a strong word, but I hate them. But I feel the best wide receiver for the New York Giants would be Carnell Tate. I feel Jordan Tyson has a lot of injury concerns, a collarbone, a shoulder. It's a lot of injuries, bro. And that gives me pause. Carnell Tate plays in cold weather. He's a great route runner. He doesn't have breakaway speed, but imagine to me, he's a better version of Isaiah Hodgins. Good hands, great route runner, always finds himself open and catches everything. And to me, he's a better, younger Isaiah Hodgins. I think the Giants need to go and they need to draft Carnell Tate, re-sign Isaiah Hodgins, trade Darius Slayton, and they're your four wide receivers. Malik Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson, Carnell Tate, Isaiah Hodgins. I like it. And what are we going to do with Cordell Flott? What are we going to do with Jermaine Illuminor? Now, I've listened to a lot of people. They're talking about, you got to re-sign Wan'Dale. You got to re-sign Jermaine Illuminor. You got to re-sign Cordell Flott. Okay. That's in a perfect world. Okay. Cordell Flott's going to command about $20 million a season. Wan'Dale is going to get maybe 15. Jermaine Illuminor is going to get about maybe 15, 16. You're not going to re-sign all three. You're not going to be able to. Being perfectly honest, I think the Giants are going to get priced out when it comes to Jermaine Illuminor, unless they overpay for him. But I think they're going to get priced out for him. This draft is full of tackles, full of swing tackles. They can get another tackle. And personally, they could play Marcus Bowe at right tackle and take Vega Ione from Penn State at right guard and shore up that right side. I've done mock drafts. I'm going to show them to you probably within the next week or so, where I have the Giants making crazy trades, and we trade down. I think the one I did most recently, I believe we traded down with the Arizona Cardinals to number 8 or 9. And we traded with the Browns. We traded with the Jets. We were able to get their first round picks. And then we traded with the Cardinals. We got their second round pick. And I was able to get Carnell Tate, Sonny Styles, and Caden McDonald. Okay. I was able to get Keith Abney or Brandon Cisse at corner in the second round. And then I believe in the fourth round, I was able to get Elijah Surratt to shore up that wide receiver room. And then I think later on in the draft, I was able to get Jonah Coleman or Justice Haynes from Michigan as the third string running back, because I like Devin Singletary, but he's making too much money. And I think we can get another running back in there to be a third string running back and on a rookie contract and get rid of Singletary and that money. Get rid of Darius Slayton and that money. Take Jermaine Illuminor. I would hate to see him go, but if that meant I could re-sign Wan'Dale and Cordell Flott, I let Jermaine Illuminor go. Because I think the Giants can get a corner or two, maybe even a David Mbignuson from Ohio State in the 4th round. Developmental dude, 6'2", good speed. And if you bring in Halfley, who has a history of coaching DBs, maybe he could resurrect Deontay Banks. Could you imagine Paulson Adebo, Deontay Banks, Drew Phillips, and like David Mbignuson or AJ Harris or Keith Abney? Wow, that'd be nasty. That'd be nasty. So that's the mock that I had. And I thought it was pretty good. And we got to get better linebacker play. I think we'll bring back Bobby Okereke for one more year because we don't want to take that salary cap hit. But then I think he'll be gone because he's making way too much money and he misses a lot of tackles. And I think some of it is he's trying to do too much because Micah isn't there. I think he's more under control when Micah's there. But Micah isn't there. So, but like I said, heartbreaking loss today. I thought we were going to come back when we got that turnover. Abdul Carter got it, and I was like, okay. But, they got in their own way again. They got to keep running the ball, especially against the Redskins. The Redskins can't stop the run. Run the ball, bro. Run the ball with Tyrone Tracy. Stop doing those quarterback draws and all kinds of nonsense. If Jackson Dart runs a RPO or if he drops back to pass on play action and sees a gap, let him run. But this quarterback draw nonsense, nah, bro. You got to stop it. Because you're going to get Jackson Dart hurt and you're going to get fired. So stop it. I don't want to see that no more, bro. But shout out to the defense. They did step up. They did look good, especially under Bullen. They did show up. A couple of miscues, but all in all, I think they played well. They still have the number 1 pick, which I'm not too thrilled about. There's some people that are going to say, maybe the Giants to draft Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs is nasty. He's a good player. But I don't think you take Caleb Downs with the 1st overall pick. And if you trade back, if you take Caleb Downs in the top 5, you're basically saying he's going to be like a Keith Hamilton from the Baltimore Ravens. Kyle Hamilton, rather. If he turns out to be a Kyle Hamilton, then yeah. But I think you brought in Javon Holland, you brought in Paulson Adebo. I think Paulson Adebo is going to have a better year next year because normally when you have a lower leg extremity injury, it takes you about a year to get your feet underneath you. And he looks a little out of step, out of sync. So I think he'll be better next season. I think Holland will be better next season. When they have a system in place and they could play aggressive. They just been playing real weird under Shane Bowen, and now they're playing under Bullen, and so it's chaotic back there. But the Giants got some good pieces, and they got good pieces to build around, and they can't afford to mess this up because this is going to affect them for a long time, and I think that they have to. I'm saying it now. Go and get either Jeff Halfley. Don't even get Jesse Minter. Go get Jeff Hafley or Marcus Freeman. Period. I wouldn't mind if they got Marcus Freeman. You don't have a lot of black coaches in the NFL anyway. And I think Marcus Freeman would be good. He played in the NFL at linebacker. He has experience. He has experience coaching defenses. I think Marcus Freeman would be a great candidate. And I said that weeks ago. But I also like Jeff Hafley. And if I had my pick between the two, I would go with Hafley first, Marcus Freeman second. I know I said Jesse Minter third, but those are my two choices. Hafley, Freeman, in that order. If anybody wants to debate that with me, you could hit me up. We could gladly talk about it. You could tell me your views. I'm open. Please like, subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about it. We want to build this. We want to grow this. Shout out to my Knicks. They're in the Emirates Cup final against the San Antonio Spurs, who beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. Wow, that was shocking. But shout out to my Knicks. So hopefully we could get that done, and this will lead us to an NBA Finals, hopefully. Because that'll show that Oklahoma City can be beat. They're not just this unbeatable juggernaut that's going to cruise to 70 plus wins and win a title. So, but shout out to my Knicks. Shout out to the Giants too, man, because they played hard. They played. It was a couple of miscues, a couple of drop balls. Darius Slayton, my God, dropped a touchdown pass. Then Jackson Dart floated a ball to him, and he's waiting. This dude is literally waiting for the ball to come to him. No, go to the ball. Like, what are you doing? No, he got to go, bro. He got to go. Take that $13 million. Be happy you got one season at that, and let that dude go, bro. Get him the fuck out of here. He is sorry. He is sorry. He has totally been outplayed by Wan'Dale Robinson. Wan'Dale is now your number one with Malik Neighbors down, not Darius Slayton. I know he's a team captain and all that, but he is trash. As my son says, he is cheeks. Ass cheeks. He is butt. Get rid of that dude, bro. Get rid of him. Theo Johnson looked good, made a tough catch. The Giants have pieces, and like I said, I felt we were a couple of years away. I still think that. I think they'll be better next year, but I think they'll really make their mark the year after, 2027. That's when I think they're going to hit the ground running hard. But, shout out to Patrick Mahomes, and God bless him. He got hurt today. You never want to see that get rolled up on. So hopefully he's injury free. Hopefully he's healthy. The Chiefs were eliminated from playoff contention today, but my heart and prayers goes out to Patrick Mahomes and his family. What else? I think that's about it. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet this week. Don't want to get into too much. Like I said, I'm gonna do a mock draft and I'm gonna post that for y'all. And because I was able to trade a first round pick, a second round pick, get extra second round picks, and then I was able to parlay those extra picks into picks for next year, and I was able to get those first and second round picks back and then some. So I'm gonna show y'all how I did it. It's gonna be a nice exercise. I want y'all to really watch, pay attention. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And, we'll get at it. But Like, subscribe to the channel. We'll keep pushing it out and pushing out that content. And you know, the Giants lost another heartbreaker. But you know, we'll be back next week. I think we got Minnesota. That game could go either way. You know, J.J. McCarthy could throw for 4 touchdowns, or he could have 2 interceptions and a fumble. So, you know what I mean? And please stop letting Jackson Dart run the ball. He fumbled again. Like, come on, dude. Like, stop. He was running and sliding. No more designed quarterback runs, bro. No more. No more. So hopefully they'll hear that. We'll be back next week. And I want to say peace to everybody. God bless. I hope you and your family had a safe and happy holiday. We got another 2 coming up. So, you know, we'll talk before then. But hope everybody has a good, safe one. So, you know, stay safe out there with that holiday shopping. Don't let them crowds get to you. I know them people bugging out right now. So do your shopping online if you can. Stay out of them stores because they are crazy. But, you know, like I said, we'll be back next week. We'll do it again. And, you know, we'll see what's up. So, peace. Oops. Sorry. Peace. God bless. Love y'all. And we'll be back next week. All right. Later.